Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Gary here, aka Butcher Boy. Let's see, let's try more light here. Better? Yeah, better. I hate that bright light, but what the fuck, whatever. Anyway, today's episode is going to be a little bit about driving, or the lack thereof. In over a course of a lifetime, you see how people change their driving skill. Of course, at age 16. Excuse me, at the age of 16 when I got my driver's license, between age 16 and 20 to 21 years old, more like 22 years old, you should get a pass on how you drive. There should be a national pass. There should be a pass code on your driver's license saying cannot be ticketed, pulled over for speeding, swerving, or any kind of accidents cause bodily injury to another person at that age. Because at that age, when you're young like that and you have your driver's license, you're driving like a bat out of hell. I know I did. I think all kids have 9 lives between the ages of 6. Did I say 16? I got my driver's permit at 16. I have my full license at 17. So let's say 17 to 22. You have a pass on your driver's license saying you can drive like a bat out of hell. So you get a pass. And so where I'm going with this is, over the years, we all develop bad habits when we start driving more and more and more. So I think you should get your first driving test at age 16, and you should get your second driver's test at age 40. Think about that. Think about how many fuckers out there would fail their second driver's test at age 40. I would venture to say 80% of all people that are driving now on the street would fail their 40-year-old driver's test. Guarantee it. I'll give you an example. Let's just do a fictitious example. I'm the driving instructor, and I got this guy next to me, Herb. We'll call him Herbert. Or Herbie. I'll call him Herbie. And he's the driver. He just turned 40. And I got my pad of paper and I said, okay, well, why don't we pull away from the curb and speed limit, Herbie? The speed limit, Herbie, is 25 miles an hour. So he pulls out and he's being real cautious because he's being tested. So Herbie is driving 25 miles an hour. And then we get into a school zone and he's speeding up. Now the speed limit, before he gets to the school zone, it goes from 25 to 35. Now he's doing 35 miles an hour. And then it says on the right hand and left hand side of the street, it says caution, school zone, 20 miles per hour. Herbie, he's still doing 35. Just buzzing along. Hands 10 till 2. 10 till 2. And I'm on my pad and I said, hey Herbie, speed limit says 20, you're in a school zone. Oh, well, how about that? I should take my foot off the gas and slow it down. Slow it down. That's the first thing. And then we're cruising along. After we get out of the school zone, he speeds it back up to 35. You know, Herbie, you can go a little faster than 35. You know how it works, right? You can go about 37, 38 miles an hour, right, Herbie? Oh, that's right, I can. Not 45. So he fails the side streets immediately. And then we go down a few more miles, and I said, hey, Herbie, you just ran over a curb getting around that guy going slow. I did? Yes, you ran over the curb. You might have to get your rear tire looked at because I heard a giant clunk and a crack. Oh, well, I didn't realize I was doing that. That's another ding. You know? And then the best part of the driving test is when they have to merge. This is the part that I like the most, the merging. Because everyone out there listening to this probably has the same argument I'm about to get into, the merging. You're on a fucking highway. Most speed limits on the highways are 65. Once you get in the open road, like when I go out to Lake Erie, or maybe when I'm going out to Columbus, you get in the open road, it's 70. And that cop I dated for a while, she said you can go 7 miles over the speed limit. So that would be 65, 72 miles an hour, no problem. Just open it up, put it in cruise control and go. So you're minding your own business, right? And what people collectively, what's the far left lane? That's the passing lane. That's not the driving lane. Hello? Passing lane. Fuck. Stay out of that lane unless you're passing some loser doing exactly 65 miles an hour in the middle lane or the fast lane. The people that are in the fast lane doing exactly 65 miles an hour, plug your ears out there, plug your ears, are woke. They have rights. Well, I have rights. I can go as slow as I want. Oh, speed limit here says 65, Margaret. Yes, we have rights. We have rights. We're going to do 65. Whoa, they're passing us. They're passing us on the right and flipping us off. They're flipping us the middle finger. What are they doing? Why are they flipping us the middle finger? Oh, well, they're probably Republicans, and they're angry. We have rights, Margaret. We could do 65 miles an hour all day long. I don't care. Those are the assholes that are usually in the fast passing lane. The people that think they have rights. They're entitled. Says speed limit says 65. I'll do exactly 64 miles an hour. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get back to the merging part. So you're cruising along. Let's say you're in the middle lane. I drive in the middle lane. Most of the time I'm doing 70. At 65, I'm doing 70. And I got to conserve gas, you know. I can go a little faster, but I'm not going to go faster unless I get in the open road. So I'm in the middle lane, and I'm thinking, now I'm coming up where, you got a ramp. And that's my heart rate goes up when I see a ramp. Because there's always a bunch of assholes. You see them scooting along real slow in the merge lane. Come on, fuckface. The gas pedal's on the right. Hit it. Oh, no. I'd say 60 to 70% of the people I see merging on any highway or byway around the country, because I've been traveling a lot lately since I've been retired, they're doing maybe 60 miles an hour to merge. That means everyone in the slow lane that's doing 65 miles an hour has to get over to the middle lane and fuck everything up. So the people like me in the middle lane who's doing 70, we got to scoot over to the fast lane, the passing lane. Well, their reaction's a reaction. So everyone's got to slide over. The old slide-a-roo. Slide-a-roo. That's where a lot of the accidents happen. Oh, yeah. Check with ODOT. They'll tell you right there, right now, with all the cameras out in the highways, that's where most accidents in America happen. On areas where there's merge lanes. Because the cocksuckers that are coming in, that are merging, I have rights. I'm woke. I'm woke. I can do whatever I want. I'll drive as slow as I fucking want. I know, I'm pissing people off today. I don't care. I'm in a mood. So, they're doing 60. Everyone has to domino effect over. And what about that position where if you're on a highway and you know tractor trailers, the right of the tractor trailer, if they're climbing a hill, they're in the slow lane. But once they get to the top of the hill and they got to go down, they got to haul ass. Why they got to haul ass? They got to haul ass because they got to get enough momentum and inertia to get up to the next incline. So you get in the right of way, you get out of their fucking way. You let them get in the fast lane and you let them haul ass. These tractor trailers are blowing by you. They're not blowing by you because they're being douchebags. They're blowing by you because they want to get enough speed to get to the next hill. And if they happen to be in the fast lane and some loser over here is merging at 60 miles an hour and you're in the middle lane and you got to carry them over or put on the brakes because you can't carry them over because your tractor trailer is hauling ass doing 75, 76 miles an hour, it creates a bottleneck. Problems, man. So when I'm driving my car, because I love my car, I don't have any fucking dents on it. If I'm in the middle lane, because that's why we've discovered that I've told you, I drive in the middle lane on the highways, unless I have to pass some loser in the middle lane doing 10 miles an hour. And I see a merge coming, the first thing I do is I look left. Look in both my mirrors and I look over my shoulder. what's in the fast lane. Because I'm not going to get caught in that bottleneck. Not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. So what do? I get over the fast lane and I haul ass. I go a little faster than 7 miles per hour over the speed limit. Why? Because I don't want to get caught in that bottleneck. So the very first thing I do is I wait about a half a mile, then I scoot back over the middle lane, and I'm looking in my rear view mirror, and I see them all carrying me around like a NASCAR race. You know, like they're doing this shit because of the douchebag that has rights or just delusional in the head or playing on their radio or playing on their phone is too distracted to learn how to merge. So brings me up to present. What I was talking about earlier. I know I sidetrack. I sidetrack constantly. That's why you have to have your driver's test taken again at age 40. And I think the biggest infraction is merging on highways. That's the biggest infraction. So if I were going to be giving a driver's test, I wouldn't worry about side streets with Herbie there going faster than the speed limit in the school zone. 9 times out of 10, you don't need to slow down the school zone unless school's in session and they're walking across the street. That sign's, we should throw that in the garbage can. As far as driving over curbs, well, you shouldn't do that anyway. Bad for your tires. You can get away with a lot of stuff in the side streets. If you can't. Oh, before we go back to merge, riddle me this. And it happens every day. I see it every day. You're at a red light. You're at a 4-way stop and traffic's going. They got their green light. They're going. And you're at a red light, but you're waiting for a green arrow to go left. All right? You know that arrow, right? You're waiting on the arrow to go left before the rest of the traffic gets to go on their green light. You get that arrow. Well, someone else coming to the right, they have that arrow too. Okay? And I'm speaking to the collectively, people out there going, God damn, you're right, Gary. Allow me. And it happens. I see this happen maybe half of the time I'm driving. And it's usually by entitled assholes that think they have rights. So, and it happened yesterday. I was up at Belterra Park watching the races, and I'm coming home, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my light's red, and they're going green, and the people are going green, going left because they got the arrow. Then my light turns green, and I got the green arrow. Well, guess what I see? I see 2 people continue to run the red light, scooting real fast. Oh, let me get through here really fast. I'm gonna get here really fast. Sorry, let me get here fast. What about the person, like, let's say I was in a hurry and I get out there fast. I'm a super conservative driver. I got eyes behind my head when I'm driving anymore. You have to. People are so distracted. What if I was in a rush and I had to get through? I would have been in an accident because some douchebag was entitled. Oh, red light doesn't mean anything to me. It just turned red for crying out. They just turned red. Prove me wrong. But do they know who I am? I drive a Jaguar. I drive a Maserati. You know the entitled fuckfaces that do that shit. Sure as shit, it's not somebody driving a car that was less than $20,000 brand new. It's the people that are entitled. Do you know who I am? I got a brand new Maserati. A red light doesn't mean anything to me. You know what I'm talking about. You see people out there, you know what I'm talking about, that do that shit. So intersections are hostile. That's another bad part. You got the mergers and the intersections in the cities. So we've established that the entitled fuckfaces that want to keep going. Yellow means slow down. Red means stop. How many people run the standing yellow? I see it all the time. I won't do it. Matter of fact, I'll piss people off deliberately. I'll see it turn yellow, and I'm about 50 yards away from when it turns red, and I see people on my right blowing by me, getting past me. to get through that standing yellow. Oh, it's red? Fuck it, I'll keep going. It was only red for 10 seconds. Fuck it, I'll keep going. Why is everyone in such a fucking hurry? You know why? Because they're entitled. That's why they are. Do you know who I am? Well, I have every right to go through that red light. Yes. My tax bracket's higher than yours, peasant. Oh yes, I'm important. I'm an important pillar. I'm an important pillar in my community. Yes, I can go as fast as I want to go, and I can run red lights all day. Yes. Those are the fucking cocksuckers out there that do that. Oh God, I shouldn't use that word on YouTube. I apologize. God, I just said that word. I swore I would never say that word. I hope I don't get dinged. Anyway, those are the entitled ones. They're entitled. They think that they're better than you, and they're better than me. They could fly. They could blow through that red light. Just blow through it. They cause an accident. So when I'm on the street, and I take more caution on the intersections than I do on the highways, because the highways I have a lot of room to move and maneuver. But on the side streets, when you see someone flying up on your right, and they're trying to get through that light, and it's a double lane side street, like, I don't know, you see a lot of these double lane byways blow by you. Hey, they're rolling the dice. They're rolling the dice. You know? They might get, they could either get a ticket or cause an accident. Either way, they're rolling the dice. I don't know. I see it all the time. And every time I drive, I say, I got to do an episode on this. I got to keep on, Gary, I got to do an episode on this. One of these days, I'm going to do an episode on this. I got to do an episode on this. But there's so much content in the episode. I got to compact it all into one 30-minute episode. And I won't even do 30 minutes today. I don't have the patience for it. I get my blood pressure's coming up. I can feel my blood pressure rising just talking about it. But so going into the intersection, back to the intersection, if that light turns yellow and I see it turning yellow and I'm 50 feet, 60 feet away, I start to slow down. And I stop and I let people blow by me. And they give me the look. Sometimes I'll get the bird. They flip me off and they blow by me. And then when it turns green, I don't go right away. Especially if I'm in a four-way stop. Once it turns green, I wait 3 seconds. I count 1001, 1002, 1003. I look right, I look left, and I go. Why? How many times when you're out there driving do you see people blowing through the lights? In a hurry. Because they're better than me. Because they're a pillar of their community. They got to get to a community council meeting. And I'm the council leader. Yes, I'm the organizer. And I drive a better car than you. And I can drive any way I feel like driving. My taxes higher. My property taxes are higher than yours, peasant. So, driver's test again for all at age 40. For everyone. For the pinnacle of his community. For the guy that's got a nicer car. The guy that's property taxes are better than mine. The person that's woke. The person that's not woke. Everyone at age 40. Driver's test again. And if you fail, what happens is this. It's out of pocket, out of time. Meaning you got to tell your employer, I gotta go to driver's class 3 days a week. I'll be late for work by 1 hour. That's up to you. And your employer doesn't get. Your employer has two answers, yes or no. If you say no, well, then you're screwed. Then you go under suspension. And then you got to take it to a court of law. And then your employer gets involved now to agree that it's okay to you have driving privileges. No, it's okay. They agree. Your employer agrees that the said employee can take his driver's test again at age 40. And then when you take it and you pass it, then you have then you could drive again. It would make the streets a lot safer and the highways a lot safer, I think. And then secondly, you got to take your test again at age 60. So 40 and then 60. You got to take it again at 60. And then at age 60, of course, I think most people really downshift when they hit 60. I know I did. I got more conservative than I've ever been in my life at age 60. And I'm 65 now, but you become more conservative at age 60 and more cautious. And you drive slower. Well, I don't drive slower. I still drive kind of fast, but I'm more cautious when I'm 60. And then you don't have to have another driver's test after that. Then you get into the senior citizens' rights, and after 60 on up to death, you can drive all you want. And those are the people that you should really watch out for. Are the people that are older. I mean, older. I've been in 2 accidents. I've been in 2 automobile accidents in my life. Both times I was rear-ended. Those are the accidents I was in. I was rear-ended. It wasn't my fault. I'm not saying that just to say it's not my fault. I was hit twice in the back of my car, totaling my car twice. 2 different cars. And who hit me? The first one was a guy who was in his early 80s. Didn't see me, he said. I didn't see you. I believe him. I believe he didn't see me. His eyes are probably shot. Hell, my dad's 89. He's living in a memory care facility. He gets eye dropped every day because he's going blind. But I'm sure he didn't see me. So, totaled my car. My car wasn't worth a new car, so I had to scrap it out and get what I can from the insurance company and go out and buy a used car. I got screwed on that deal. But the old guy hit me, and I wasn't mad at him. I was mad at the fact that he hit me, yeah, but I was pissed off that I had to go buy a used car. I liked my car. And the second time I got hit, I remember exactly what I was doing. I was on my way to the bike trail. I had my bicycle in the back of the car. I had a 1994 or 95, was it? Audi. I bought it used. I love that car. I got rear-ended by a woman who was in her late 70s. The last thing I heard, I was making a left into the playground area where I was going to go cycling. So I was at a stop. The last thing I heard was skid marks and then crash. If I didn't have my seatbelt on, I wouldn't be here right now talking. That's how hard she hit me. She hit me so hard that day, my dashboard popped out and hit my lap. That's how hard she hit me. In a car that's made by Germans. German engineering. And a German engineered Audi. That's how hard she hit me. And I had severe whiplash. I didn't miss much work. I mean, I think I must have missed maybe 2 or 3 days because I couldn't move my neck. So they totaled my car out. And I got out of the car, and the life squad was already there. I don't know how long I was in my car for. I couldn't move right away. I didn't know what the hell hit me. By the time I got out of my car, the fire engine was already there in the ambulance. The guy goes, "Can you get out?" I said, "Yeah, I can get out." And they had to use the jaws of life to open up my door because my car had like an accordion. Fucked up my car bad. I'm surprised I'm still here talking about it. And I got out of the car and I'm walking kind of wobbly because I didn't know what the hell just happened. And the woman is sitting there on the curb with a police officer. And she said to me, "I'm sorry I broke your car." And it was the way she said it I felt horrible for her. I just felt horrible for her. I mean, I'm a compassionate person, you know? It may not come out that way when I'm doing these episodes because, you know, I swear a lot. But I am a pretty compassionate person, and I have a big heart for old people. I do always have. So she's sitting on the curb. She's almost in tears, and she's sorry she broke my car. Cop said that she didn't have a valid driver's license. Her license, her tags were expired on her car, and she didn't know where she lived. She probably had dementia or something like that. I felt horrible for her, and I figured, screw it. And that was the last time I was in an accident, and that was I was 38 years old last time that happened. Now I'm 65 and haven't had an accident since. Only, knock on wood, only because I've been very conservative driver. Granted, I still go over the speed limit a lot of times when I want to. It depends what kind of songs on the radio. Gets me pumping. But I'm a pretty conservative driver overall. I use both my mirrors. And I use all 3 of my mirrors. And I got these little tiny mirrors on the so I have my side mirrors, and then below it I have another mirror that could see out further. You know those mirrors. Truckers have those mirrors. I'm super conservative. I'm not going to get dinged again. I'm not going to get in an accident again. All right, I know I ranted today and I was all over the board today. Today was the first day I was able to sleep in. God, I needed to be sleeping in late today. It was good. It felt great to sleep in. Anyway, I hope you're all doing good out there. I hope you have a great weekend coming up. Our Bengals are sucking bad. They've lost 2 straight. Wow, it's horrible. So if they don't win against the Lions this Sunday, this sign behind me, I'm taking it down. And you'll see it. You'll know right away they lost because the sign behind me, I'm taking it down. I'm going to put something else up there that's more worthy to look at. All right, you all have a fantastic weekend. It's a Thursday, the 2nd. Glad October's here. I love this kind of weather. So take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out.